Traditionally, law firms have been embedded within the heart of a central business district, and all of their functions from high revenue to low revenue to no revenue have been based in that kind of high cost city. We're seeing more and more firms explore really breaking up their offices and moving some of those low revenue or no revenue functions to kind of lower cost city alternatives.
I would say that this is a trend, this bifurcating office uses is a trend more in larger firms, because there's got to be a certain amount of scale to justify the expense and make it work as a savings vehicle on a long-term basis.
For example, with WilmerHale, who moved all of their administrative functions as well as a lot of e-discovery, so people looking at document review type things that do produce some revenue for the firm, to Dayton, Ohio. They have about 250 people there, at least now, probably more, and it's flourishing. And I think a lot of the firms that have done that since Oric first did it years and years ago have found that there's a great deal of savings there, and it has worked wonderfully for the firm.
Relocation to a back office to a remote area is not always a slam dunk solution, though. The cost benefits are generally easy to see, but there's a balancing that's got to occur, and you have to give a lot of scrutiny to the wage and benefit packages that have to be offered. And then again, there's a really human cost to relocating staff employees that may have been employed by the firm for many years and presenting them with the opportunity or not to relocate to an area that may be very, very unfamiliar to them.
You know, we saw the same thing recently in Minneapolis with a Boston-based firm expanding their presence, not from the lawyer count, but from an operations count there. And some firms have had this for a while and have been aggressively kind of expanding it. So Oric in West Virginia, WilmerHale in Dayton, these are all examples of firms that are kind of migrating toward that model and saving some costs from a real estate, but also a talent and people perspective on a move forward basis.